Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to the Ultimate F1 Career Mode. Today we are back with the 1995 season and it is at Silverstone. It is the British Grand Prix. It's time to go home and, well, hopefully you guys are good and are enjoying the series so far. We had a great chance at Manicourt last time to have our first podium. Didn't quite manage to get over the line in that one. It was a big shame, but yeah, looking forward to this Grand Prix. Of course, it was won by a Brit in real life, Johnny Herbert, winning the Grand Prix. Damon Hill managed to get a pole position there, but yeah, Johnny Herbert got his first podium of the season last time out, so I guess it's natural progression now to see if he can win the British Grand Prix. So let's get into it. This is the 1995 British Grand Prix from Silverstone.
Welcome to Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix.
Okay, let's get straight into qualifying then. And see how much we can remember of this old Silverstone layout. Probably not as much as you would like, but yeah, around the final few corners, there's quite a lot of turning you need to do. And now we're coming up towards Copse. So this is the start of the lap. And barriers are quite close around here. Now, I wonder if we can take Copse flat. Probably not. Well, there's your answer to that one then, isn't it? Goodness me. Right. Obviously, going to head through Maggots and Beckett's for the first time. Seems to come at you far less quick than it would do in the modern F1 games. And then on to the hangar straight now, and let's see what we have through our first sector. Probably not very good. Yeah, we're going to be about 10 seconds down as we head into Stowe Corner for the first time. That was bad. And coming towards, I think, is it Abbey Corner? And we come round, and this is obviously where the track deviates from what it is now. It would turn right at this point onto the start-finish straight, but we're heading out. I believe there is a grandstand over this way now, and then down underneath the bridge, of course. But yeah, once we learn where all the gravel traps are and so on, we should be okay. I think we'll find it quite a good track to drive, and yeah, hopefully should be reasonably quick. We're already up to 22nd, believe it or not. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? But yeah, a little bit too deep into Copse, but we're okay. Let's have a little look. This is going to be a little bit more representative. Just caught the gravel into Maggots there. So we'll have to just make sure that we're keeping this on the track a little bit more efficiently. Let's see where we are for the first sector split this time. It's going to be half as slow, or half the deficit at least, into Stowe, into the gravel. So yeah, I'm going to have to work at this, and then I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Well, here we come. Much better lap. It's still going to be about 10 seconds off the pace, though. But yeah, still 22nd. We'll see if we can improve on that. Well, here we come once again up to the line. What's this going to be? It's a 1:45.1. That puts us P17 for now. So definitely improving. But yeah, need to keep going. Try not to hit the grass at all this time. Well, here we go again. Experiment with a new camera angle for qualifying, and up to the line we go. And that's a pretty decent time, you know. P16 is about where this car should be, to be honest. So I think we might leave it there. I don't think we can get a lot more out of that. So, yeah, good day's work. But we will end qualifying there and qualify in 16th position. So let's get ourselves into this race. I believe that is exactly where Jean-Christophe Bouillon did qualify. So we've got Damon Hill on pole position, followed by Michael Schumacher in second. David Coulthard qualifies in third, ahead of Berger in fourth. Johnny Herbert is fifth, ahead of John Alesi in sixth position. Eddie Irvine starts seventh, ahead of Mika Hakkinen in eighth. Rubens Barrichello starts ninth, with Mark Blundell rounding out the top 10. Martin Brundle starts 11th, ahead of our teammate Heinz Harald Frentzen, who starts in 12th. We've then got Olivia Panis in 13th, with Katayama in 14th. Martini starts 15th, with us in 16th position. We've then got Massimiliano Papis for the footwork team, starting in 17th, ahead of Luca Patoa, Taki Inoue, Pedro Diniz, and the back four, Agasho, Moreno, Mika Salo, and Monteramini, starting right at the back. So let's get ourselves into this race then and see how we get on. Will we be able to make up positions? It's going to be an intense Grand Prix. It's lights out. Away we go here in Britain. And that wasn't a bad start from us. There was a couple of guys that were a little bit slow. We got 6 laps of this Grand Prix to get through. We get ahead of Heinz Harald Frentzen pretty quickly. So P13 already on the track. Now what we found is that our race pace tends to be better than our qualifying pace. I think qualifying tends to be a little bit scaled based on real life stuff, maybe not stuff that the AI can actually produce. So even though we qualify 16th, it does feel like we may be a little bit better than that. But we've got multiple cars going side by side here, and you know, we're taking it easy here. That's Olivia Panis in the Leisure. And then we've got Martin Brundle in P11 in the other Leisure. And we go down the inside here. Excellent move. And we're now up to P11. So under the bridge, you can keep it flat through there in qualifying. Interesting that we weren't able to do that there. I don't think fuel is a thing in this game. Well, certainly we don't have it switched on, so I'm not putting it down to that. I'm putting it down to a bad line. But, yeah, we finish first line. Was that somebody in the pit lane? I don't think so. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's not. It's Irvine just ahead of us. And, yeah, we're pretty good through Cops. And then we've got Maggots and Begets, and we're going to go down the inside through Maggots and hold the position through Begets. Absolutely brilliant. And just getting ourselves ready now for the Hangar Straight. This is 9th position. Probably Mark Blundell. Now into Stowe. We're being pushed onto the grass. That's a shame. And it's the second half of the lap where we find that our pace isn't quite as strong, but that's a good move down the inside of Mark Blundell. Now, we've got Mika Hakkinen up ahead of us in P8. This is a great British Grand Prix so far. Just sort of taking it easy, and then through bridge here. We'll see. Iconic corner. No longer on the Silverstone circuit, which is a shame, isn't it? Because it is such an iconic corner. Well, here we go, round the outside of Mika Hakkinen, and that's a good move. And now, P8, so 4 points on the board at the moment. Looks like John Alesi just in front of us, maybe Johnny Herbert up there as well. Well, this is a good chance now. We're right on the back of the Ferrari, John Alesi, trying to get into that slipstream. We can go down the inside of Stowe, and we do go down the inside. That's a great move. And I think that's Johnny Herbert up ahead.
Damon Hill, second. Schumacher. He's up into the points now.
So it's P6 now. Excellent move. But now we've got nobody as our reference, so we're going to need to make sure that we're not making any mistakes. And it's Rubens Barrichello up in 5th place, so excellent stuff from Rubens. Well, here we go then. We're going to go on to the final lap. You can see Barrichello decently ahead of us, and we've not really managed to make any sort of progress on him. So we're just sort of in a bit of no man's land in 6th place here. Damon Hill absolutely dominating proceedings here at his home Grand Prix, but I thought we'd stay with the action so you could see, well, basically the progress that I've made around here in Silverstone in terms of our speed. And yeah, you can see, you know, 6 seconds separate us and Barrichello. Really, really great performance from Rubens. That'll be him into the top 10 of the championship. And I think that is pretty damn impressive, to be honest. We can maybe just about see him up ahead, but yeah, that wasn't a good corner. So it's probably put pay to any chance, but yeah, so 140 that is the fastest lap. But you, in reality, the AI aren't as quick as what the qualifying time suggested. So we might have qualified top 10, but Damon Hill wins here at Silverstone, and he keeps himself nicely in the championship fight. Michael Schumacher finishes 2nd, Berger in 3rd. Excellent result for him. Coulthard just finishes ahead of Barrichello, and we finish in 6th. Very, very good there, and a 1:42.7. So we were about 2 seconds a lap slower than Damon Hill, but yeah, very, very happy with that. And that gets us into the top 10 and plenty of points at that as well. So Damon Hill wins the British Grand Prix ahead of Michael Schumacher in 2nd. Gerhard Berger finishes an excellent 3rd for Ferrari. David Coulthard finishes 4th, just ahead of Rubens Barrichello in 5th. We finish a very lonely 6th place ahead of John Alesi in 7th, Mika Hakkinen 8th, Eddie Irvine 9th, and Johnny Herbert rounding out the top 10. So what sort of impact will that have on the championship? Well, Damon Hill closes the gap to just 11 points to Michael Schumacher at the top. David Coulthard is still in 3rd. Gerhard Berger catching up to him, though, just 22 points behind. Mika Hakkinen closes to within 3 points of Johnny Herbert. Very, very close between those two for 6th place in the championship, and we are in a lonely 8th place. Rubens Barrichello into the top 10 then on 17 points. And not too much change in the constructors other than Jordan going into 5th place, just 1 point ahead of us in 6th. Williams still dominating the championship, but Ferrari closing in on Benetton. So that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode. We will be back next time as we take on the German Grand Prix. Really excited for that next time out, and going round Hockenheim again, but the old style circuit, which I don't think I've ever driven before. So yeah, it looks like a very interesting track. Lots of straights, heavy braking zones, and then obviously you've got that last sector, which is the same on the sort of modern version of Hockenheim. But I really can't wait for it next time out. So if you have enjoyed that, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.